Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this video and where you're watching from. So without wasting much of our time, I would love to welcome our new subscribers to this channel. They are the real MVP, and I would love to welcome our old subscribers, which are the VIP. So these guys have been amazing. Supporting me is not easy. So thank you everyone for supporting me. So without wasting much of your time, I would love you to do something real quick for me, which is turning on the notification button when you have subscribed. Then if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and turn on the notification button so that whenever I post a new video, you are going to be the first to get notified that I have posted a new video. So thank you very much for doing that, and don't forget to like this video, share this video also. So let's dive into today's talk. So what are we talking for today? What is the topic for the day? How to charge for your next freelance gig. Interesting topic, and this is a very technical and tactical topic, right? So many people don't know about this, and this has become a problem mostly for newbies that got started in the industry. Even some big guys that are already in the industry don't even know how to charge. Some of them undercharge, some of them I don't just know, I kind of tell, but this is what I want to say. So I'm gonna share some tips on how this can be done. So before I share the tip, this was being inspired by my years of being a mentor. So I've gotten a lot of people reaching out to me saying, Andy, please, I have a problem. So I got this client, I don't know how to charge for this particular project that this client is offering me to do. So I'll be like, why can't you charge? He's like, no, I don't want to overcharge, and now at two, I don't want to undercharge. You know, if I overcharge, I might chase the client away, and if I undercharge, I might not feel happy working on that project. And believe me, this is an issue. So how are we gonna solve this issue? Stay tuned. This is why I'm here for you. I'm doing this video. So I give them these tips. So I'm doing this video to also share this tip in general, in case someone else comes to me telling me that, Andy, I would love you to tell me tips on how to charge for my next freelance gig. Then I can refer them to this video. Very, very important. That's why I'm doing this video, okay? So that I will remove the burden from my shoulder. So let's get started. Now, tip number one is knowing how complex and cumbersome that project is. Yes, knowing how complex and cumbersome that project is. Now, how do you know how complex or cumbersome this project is? Is to have an in-depth conversation with the client. Have this talk with the client, try to understand everything the client needs. Try to understand what the client wants you to achieve. Now, by doing this, I believe me, you are going to know how complex and how cumbersome this project might be. Now, tip number two. What is tip number two? Tip number two is knowing the resources involved for this project. What are the resources involved for a project? Now, the resources involved for a project is those things which you are going to invest to get that project done, the capital which you are going to invest to get this project done. So what are the capital? Yeah, you might be saying, and the capital, is that capital in freelance or something? Yes. So the same way that people goes to the market, buy goods, keep in their shops, sell and make gain and still make their capital. That is how freelance is, okay? Believe me. So let's proceed. The capital, which is the resources, right? What is it? Now, the capital is the fuel or the internet which you are going to use to deliver this job. Because I believe that when it comes to tech, we all have internet. You need the internet, okay? You have to get your internet subscription for you to be able to be online to work. Yeah, that's true. So for those that have challenge of electricity, maybe you're going to be running fuel, so their amount which you are going to be running fuel, the money you calculated, the money for your internet. So, and getting a very good and solid internet is very, very expensive. So you have to put this into consideration. Okay. Now, let's proceed. So after you've gotten these calculations, you've known your resources, which are the fuel, the internet. That fuel is optional. Maybe you have light. Then if you have light, know your utility bill, which how long you're going to spend to get this project done. So all these things all depends on the complexity of this project, right? Is this project going to last for 1 month? Is it going to last for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, a week, or 2 weeks? 3 weeks, 4 weeks, which is a month? Then that is where you are going to know the amount of resources allocated for this project. Then you write down the budget for it done. Okay. Now, next thing I would love you to do is to know your rent. Yeah, I believe that we all do pay rent. We pay rent and we pay our utility bills. So for the period of time you are going to be working on this project, so calculate your rent for that period of time, because some people do pay rent monthly, yearly, some pay weekly, some pay per day. I don't know. So if you are paying if you're paying your rent monthly, so calculate if that job is taking you about 2 days, then calculate 2 days of your rent that will summarize to monthly, right? Then you put it part of the bill. Now there is a calculation with your utility bills, everything. So by doing this, you've known your resources, you've known your rent and utility bill, and you've known how complex the project is and how to do this, that which leads to the resources, right? Good. And which leads to the duration, the milestone, the time estimation which you're going to finish this project, right? Okay, let's proceed. What next? What next is knowing the amount which you're going to use for feeding during this period of time which you're going to work on this project. Are you working on this project for 2 weeks? Calculate your 2 weeks feeding to it. Are you working on this project for a day? Calculate your a day feeding to it. Are you working on this project for 3 days? Calculate your 3 days feeding to it. Yes, believe me, you have to do that, because you can't work empty stomach. Okay, because you can't work empty stomach if you calculated your rent, your resources. So you also have to calculate your feeding. Okay, so and when calculating your feeding, please be realistic, be economizing. Okay, you don't just calculate it or just do rough estimates. No, be sure of what you are doing. Please don't exaggerate, don't fly amount. Okay, be real with yourself. Then the next step is knowing the amount of money that you are going to save for compensation after finishing this project. Is it 100,000, 5,000, 2 naira, $2, $1? I don't know. It all depends on what you feel that can compensate you. That if you see the stress which you've gone through getting the job done, and if you look at the savings which you've gotten, you feel like, oh God, this thing was the stress. Okay, by doing all this, you calculate everything together, and after doing your calculation, you calculate everything together. Make sure that they are amounting and the amount is summarizing very, very well. So you can't just do the calculation anyhow and you feel to get a good figure. No, please take your time, calculate this thing. And when you're doing this calculation, I believe that when a client gets to you, tell me about this project, you listen to this client, you tell the client, please, can I get back to you shortly? Then I believe that the client will tell you, okay, no problem, take your time, get back to me so that we'll know what to do. So this is when you go back to your drawing board, and this is when you apply all these steps. You do all these calculations, right? You do all these calculations, and time to go back to the client to give the client a budget. Now, have in mind, when going back to the client, have a maximum and a minimum. Your minimum should be fixed. Your maximum shouldn't be fixed. Okay, what do I mean by your minimum should be fixed? I mean by your minimum should be fixed is that you don't go below your minimum. believe me, don't try it. Don't just try it, or else you are not doing the right thing at all. Don't go below your minimum, but you can go below your maximum. And when you present this budget to the client, okay, this is the amount I'm going to use to develop this project, or to work on this project, or to work on this gig for the period. Look at the period of time which this gig can take me. Okay, now what are you going to do next? Do you wait for the feedback of this client? Okay, I believe the client will still go back to his own drawing board and check and do the calculation to know if it's convenient for him, and he will come back with a pricing. He will come to bargain. He will come to bargain price, right? So during the time of bargaining, I want you to make your minimum fix. Don't go below it. So believe me, this works like a psychological, like it's kind of psychological, right? Right? Yeah, psychological. You know, these clients have seen your maximum. You tell the client your maximum, right? You're not going to tell the client your minimum. You're telling the client your maximum. Then it's not left for him to price. Now, the possibility of him going below your minimum is rare. 100% rare. Yeah, believe me, it's very, very rare. The possibility of him going below your minimum is rare. Yeah, believe me, that's the truth. So if peradventure he goes below your minimum, then you guys have no deal. There won't be a deal. Okay? And yeah, if he goes below your minimum, simply means that there is no deal, and you guys close down, everyone goes his or her way. But believe me, even though he wants to come down, he might come in between your minimum and maximum, and you see that you have a deal. So I don't know if this tip worked for you. This has been a tip that has been working for me. So I have been telling people about it, and it has been working for them too. So this is not a perfect tip. So this is what has been working for me. It's my own opinion. So I am not an expert towards this stuff, okay? This is a proven theory that I have tried and I am using, that have been working for me. So I feel like to share it to everyone, and this is what I've been telling people that come to me for advice. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching this video, and I believe that this video is helpful to you. So like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification button so that whenever I post a new video, you're gonna be the first to get notified. Thank you. See you some other time. Bye.